Talk to one person. That is the gold standard for YouTube advice. I listened to that advice and I improved it. One good person is good advice, but let's unpack it. Who is the one person? Is it a 50 plus content creator in a certain niche? But you don't know all the problems that that particular creator might be having. And when you try to talk to many people, you actually end up talking to nobody. But when you talk to one person, that person feels heard. So, what I do is I make sure the one person I'm talking to is a person who has left a comment on one of my videos. It is a person whose name I know, whose channel I know their niche, I know what their content is, I know what problems they're having, and I'm able to relate directly to that one person. So I give that person a name. One video, I could be talking to Mrs. Paula Does Retirements. Another video, excuse me, another video, I could be talking to Laurie's Soul Circle. I could be talking to Pam over at Pam's Stories for Humans. But the point is, I know who it is that I'm talking to. I'm not just talking to one person, I'm talking to a specific person, a person with a name. And when you talk to a person with a name, you can visualize that person in front of you. And when you can visualize that person in front of you, it becomes not like you're not on a stage talking to the masses. You're just sitting across the table talking to that one person about things they are having problems with. I received a comment in one of my videos. It was a video about being 1% better. And the comment was, I'm not sure how to be 1% better. Or I'm not sure if my type of content is relatable to people who are thinking of giving up on their channel, on themselves. And that made me think, I hear that and I can resonate with that. But at the same time, it lets me realize the pain points of that person. So let's say you don't know how to be 1% better. You might not be great with technology. You might not be great with thumbnails, great with editing, but 1% better is like an atomic habit. It's something so minuscule that you can do that immediately won't show any results. But as you continue to do those 1% little habits and change just a little thing here and there, it's an accumulation of habits that make you 1% better each day. So let's say you're like me, not great with thumbnails. Most of my thumbnails are AI generated. And because of that, I have stopped using vidIQ to create my thumbnails because I want to learn how to create my thumbnails myself. I want to learn about composition and what makes a thumbnail stand out from all of the other AI generated thumbnails. And for me, that's a process that I want to go on my YouTube journey. If you want to try to be 1% better, it doesn't have to be in your thumbnails, it could be in your editing, maybe doing a few little cuts or some slow zoom ins, zoom outs. Those are little 1% changes that can make videos a little bit better. And that's not to say that the videos that you're creating are bad, because they're not. But if you want to be 1% better, those are little changes that you can make. And if you feel like you're not good enough, you can't be 1% better because you just don't know how to do those things. I want to say that maybe you need to be a little less harsh on yourself. Give yourself a little bit more credit. You're allowed to make mistakes. That's part of the journey. We've all done it. We'll continue to do them. But each mistake is not a failure. Each mistake is a lesson. So then when we go to make our next video, or it doesn't even have to be videos, it doesn't have to be YouTube. If we make a mistake, the next time we are in that kind of a situation, we can think back, what did I do then? And what can I do differently this time to give me a better outcome? So there's too many people, especially on YouTube, who are giving themselves a hard time, comparing themselves to everybody else, when the only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday, the person you were in your last video. I can say with 80% certainty that if you've been a content creator for more than a few months, your last video, chances are, is infinitely better than your first video, and your next video will be infinitely worse than the videos you make this time next year. It's all a process, it's all a journey. And when we start to enjoy the process and laugh at the mistakes and take the lessons from those mistakes, then everything stops feeling like failure, because you only fail when you stop trying to be better. And I don't think anybody wants to fail. There are people who are happy with where they are at, and that's perfectly fine. I'm talking to people who want to try and improve a little bit, want to learn just a little bit more about YouTubers in general, because nobody has YouTube 100% figured out. Not the gurus, not the mega creators with like millions of subscribers. They don't have it all figured out. They have teams of people doing everything for them. Me, you, us, we are a full media company. We are the director, we are the writer, we are the producer, we are the talent, we are the editor, we are the marketer, we are the promotion. We are everything. And that's a lot to take on. But every one of those areas, we can say, okay, I want to be 1% better here. And once I'm 1% better here, then I'll look at, okay, I want to be 1% better at this. You could just take my glasses off, a little bit dirty. You could see a video from another creator that you like, and something in that video makes you think, oh, I like that. I'd like to try that. Go for it. I remember there was a video, I think it was one of Laurie Soul Circle's videos. And at the beginning of that video, there was a piece of music and it was just beautiful. And I reached out to her and I asked her what that piece of music was and would she mind if I used it in one of my videos. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. Here's the piece of the music. It was in YouTube's audio library. And I used it in one of my videos, two of my videos, I think. And I'll probably use it in more of my videos. That's part of being 1% better, is learning how to add music or sound effects into your videos. If that's what you want to do, there's so many ways that we can be 1% better. And for people who think that their content might not resonate with people who are having struggles, because maybe your content might be comedy, might be like little skits, sketches, not really motivational. Imagine a person watching YouTube who's struggling and they just need something to make them smile, something to take their mind off of everything, all the noise that's going on in their head. And then they see your video and it makes them smile. Maybe they see a video and for the first time ever, they meet Hilda Joy. And if you don't know who Hilda Joy is, you're missing out. She's going to be famous one day. Maybe they need to see your video because it made them laugh, even it made them smile. And for that minute, it helped them just forget about things. Those videos are impactful. Videos are not just meant to entertain people. They can also be a lifeline for people who need an escape from everything that's going on. I know I need those types of videos, and I know there's so many more people who need those types of videos. So please, whatever type of video it is that you are making, if you think your videos are not going to really resonate with people going through struggles, you're wrong. People go through struggles, need different types of videos. Some people might just need to laugh. Some people might need to learn something. They might just need to sit down and think, okay, I've seen this channel talking about religion, it's talking about the Bible, it's talking about God, it's talking about Psalms. And like me, I'm not really a religious person, but I do believe in God. I couldn't tell you anything about the Bible. I mean, if somebody said to me, do you know anything about the Bible? I would say the only thing I know about it is that he dies at the end. And that's probably wrong. So I think at some point he comes back after a few days. So, you know, there's videos that are like Bible studies. And I know Pam's Stories for Humans has recently released a video saying that she's going to be doing a Bible study. Mrs. Paula Does Retirement has a channel where she does Bible study. So I'm going to be watching some of those videos just to help me understand a little bit more about the religion. So that's my message. Find the one person that you're talking to. Don't just talk to like any one person. You know, find the person you want to talk to. Know who you want to talk to. Know what their channel is. Know what their name is. What specific thing are they struggling with? If somebody leaves you a comment on one of your videos, don't just say, oh, thank you for that comment. If they are saying, I really needed this, thank you, reach out to them. Say, I appreciate your comment. If you're going through something, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help. Those types of things make so much difference. And I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you.